I'm so mad right now. I'm sure there's like 100 other people live, but I'm not doing this live for any other reason than to just warn people not to buy crickets. Do not buy them. Do not buy them. I'm so mad right now. Um, Hold on a second. Let me get the dog. Come on, Ovi. Give me a total Karen rant here about Cricut and their horrible, horrible customer service. Well, maybe not their customer service necessarily, but they don't stand behind their products. Hello, hello. So I'll tell you what happened with the Cricut, Allie. It's a great question. So I bought this Cricut. I think I bought it July of 2020. I think it was either 20 or 21. I forget which one it was. I think it was 2020. So I seriously have only used the thing maybe like 20 times. Tops 30, but probably between 20 and 30 times. So you think about that, it's not that many in the last 3 years that I've had it. Well, it hasn't really been 3 years, right? Because we got July 2020, July 2021, that's 1 year. And it was under warranty for that year, right? And then 2021 to 22, and we're not even at July 23 yet. So it's really only been like 2.5 years, 2 years and a couple of months, right? One of those years is still under warranty. So keep that in mind, right? So, but I've probably only used it 30 times. So I go to use it one day. So I bought this whole thing. I had this whole idea in my head to put together for something that I was going to add to my website, which by the way, I added a new item to my website today. So anyway, I go to use it and I'm going to cut. Oh no, it wasn't for the product. I was going to do stickers for my boxes. So I go to cut the stickers out and it's not cutting the vinyl. I'm like, that's so weird. So I was like, well, maybe the blade's dull. I'm thinking in my head, that's probably not likely because I worked with vinyl for like 20 something years. So that's probably not likely because we used to like hardly ever change the blades on our vinyl cutters at work. And those machines ran like all day, every day. And we barely changed the blades ever. Once, maybe like every, I don't know, 6, 7, maybe even a year, once a year. So I'm like, well, who knows with the Cricut. So I go get new blades. I go to the store, I spend money, go get new blades, change the blade, go to cut it again. That's not working. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is so weird because it worked the last time I used it. So I'm like, this is so fucking weird. So I go online. I'm like, for like 2 hours, fucking troubleshooting this thing, everything that it says to do, reinstall the software, update the firmware, check the bleed for debris, get a new bleed. I did everything. Get a new mat, get this, get that, try everything, right? So it's still not cutting. It's not even not cutting. It's just not even like, it's supposed to cut the vinyl. It's not even making like a line or anything. So I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Because sometimes you can have a problem with the pressure where the blade doesn't like touch down enough because you want it to cut through the top layer of vinyl, but not the paper on the back, right? Because then it would cut all the way through. So you only want it to cut a certain amount. So I'm like, this is so weird. This thing worked perfectly for like the last couple of times I used it. So I finally call their thing. I go online. I'm like, let me see if they have a customer service thing. So I have to get on the phone with this girl, fucking sit on the phone with her for an hour. I did all the same troubleshooting shit that I already did on my own. She's like, uninstall the software, firmware update, check this, check that, do a test cut. She's like, I'm going to send you a new blade housing. There's this little metal piece that you can take out that holds the little blade that cuts it. So I put that. I'm like, all right, great. I'll just wait for that thing to come. So in the meantime, I try to have this thing, you can actually engrave things. So I try the engraving blade on it, right? And I try a little piece of leather and then a piece of metal. And it engraved it like slightly, ever so slightly, just left like a little, you could see something there. So I was like, okay, so it's not like the machine not working properly. So finally today, I get the thing in the mail, the new housing for the blade. Because they're like, oh, there's a magnet in there. Maybe the magnet's bad, blah, 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 blah. So fine. I get the new thing, put it in my machine, and I go to cut a piece of vinyl. Once again, it doesn't cut. And I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, you serious? So now I'm pissed because I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I know it's not the machine because it engraved a little bit. So it didn't make a deep cut, but I didn't mess around with it too much. And I don't know much about engraving, so whatever. So I call them back. The lady gets on the phone and I'm explaining the whole thing that I just explained to you guys. And I'm like, I only use the thing like maybe 30 times, if even. And she's like, well, it's like a sewing machine. And if you don't use it, it breaks. And I'm like, what? Never heard of such a thing. So I'm like sitting there. I'm like, so you're telling me that me not using it broke it? That's ridiculous. That is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life. So she's like, well, you know, um, you tried this, you tried that. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling her all the stuff I tried. And she makes me do one more thing. That doesn't work. So she's like, well, you're out of warranty. You're so far out of warranty. I'm like, no, I'm really only a year out of the warranty because the warranty was only a year. And I haven't even had it for a full 3 years yet. And I only used it 30 times. So she's like, well, we could offer you a 20% discount off a new one. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? 20%? That's it? So I'm like, I want to talk to your supervisor. So she gets the supervisor, gets on the phone, and she makes me do one more thing to troubleshoot it. She's like, oh, try the rotary blade. So I put that in. That fucking doesn't do anything. Doesn't work. So I'm like, okay, so what do you think the problem is? She's like, well, it could be a gear that's in the housing, or spring that could have, when that was bad, right? And it passed through testing. So I'm like, okay, so that's a defect on your part. That's not my fault. That's your part. That means that she's like, it still could have got through testing, even though it had a defective part. So then you're admitting that your machine is defective, right? So why do I have to pay for it? So I already invested $300 in this machine when I bought it 3 years ago. Plus, let me just tell you, if you buy a Cricut, you're buying not just the $300 initial investment for the machine, you have to buy all their parts. You have to buy their mats, which are like 20 something dollars a piece. Okay. And then they want you to buy all their Cricut stuff. So everything that's made by them, you have to buy that too. What just happened here? How come my lights went out? I can't take anything else breaking. Anyway, so I'm getting like pissed at the lady. I'm like, so when all is said and done, when you get everything you need for the Cricut to actually use it just once, you probably spent $1,000, right? Because you need the mats and you need the machine, you need some vinyl to cut. The vinyl's expensive, everything's expensive, right? Then all the little fucking tools that they sell you and all this other bullshit that you end up buying. I wouldn't say, all right, I'm exaggerating, maybe not $1,000, but if you use it a bunch of times, yeah, you're definitely investing $1,000. I mean, I have tons of different vinyls. They're pretty expensive. The mats, I have different mats, right? If you buy different tools to put in it, then those are expensive. So I probably have about over $1,000 invested in this fucking machine, and now it's just completely useless. And all the stuff that comes with it, I have no use for it. So I'm getting pissed. I'm explaining this to the lady. I'm like, I had a Ring camera that was out of warranty by like 2 years, right? But the fucking light bulbs went out and you can't change the light bulbs, and it's LED lights. They're supposed to last forever, right? They only lasted like 2 years. They replaced the whole entire thing for me. The camera, the lights, everything for free, no charge, even though it was out of warranty. And they sell extended warranties. Cricut doesn't sell an extended warranty. So once it's out of that year warranty, you're fucked. All that money you invested in it is just flushed down the toilet now. So my only option right now is to invest another $200. I mean, I could buy a cheaper machine, but I would, I bought the most expensive one they had a couple of years ago. So why would I go down and downgrade, So if I want to buy the Maker, they don't sell the one that I have anymore. They're on the Maker 3 now. So now I'd have to buy that one. That one's like $400 and change. And then they gave me a whopping 20% off. So it's going to cost me over $200 for it, which is fucking crazy. And that expires too, by the way, that 20% off. I was like so angry. They're like, well, you could get another 10% off if you join our, whatever. They make you sign up for this thing so that you could join, you could get their graphics. I don't use their graphics, so I don't pay for that. But, I'm just warning you, because I'm like, why would I invest another $200 into this thing, right? so I could use it 30 more times and then have it break. I only got 30 uses out of it, if even. It might even be less than that, because I really didn't use it all that much. I used it for like, I could actually go into my computer and probably count all the files, and that'll tell me how many times I've used it. I know I made Christmas ornaments for my son's hockey team. I made a couple of t-shirts, right? And then I cut out stars for a project that I was doing last year. It's on my channel. I mean, I cut out somebody's name once. I mean, I could like literally count in my head how many times I use this thing. And it probably is less than 20. It's like, really, dude? Like, so you got 20 cuts out of this thing and then it just fucking breaks, and then you guys don't stand behind your product when it malfunctions, because it's nothing on my end. I didn't do anything. The thing is sitting in a room on a table and I don't touch it. It's up in my office. It's a room that I don't even go in unless I'm using that thing, or, you know, maybe getting something out of my closet. So yeah, they replaced the part, but that wasn't the problem. So, you know, it's a defect on their end, but so I have to pay money for it. And I'm like, fuck that. I told them, I'm like, I tell everybody about the Cricut, you know, on social media. And now forget it. I'm telling everybody not to buy one, because like, I don't want to see this happen to somebody else, to invest all this money, because it's not just the money in the machine that you have to invest. All the tools that you need just to use the machine, you have to invest in all that. So here's my suggestion to anybody if you're looking into doing that. Like, all I used it for too, that's the other thing. I didn't cut material. You could cut on mine, the one that I have, you could cut wood, you could cut what do you call it? You can engrave metal, which I never did until, you know, yesterday, just because I wanted to try out, you know, the other tool to see if it was the machine itself having an issue. So it's just crazy. So like, I never used, you know, any of those materials in it. It's like, I can see if I was using this thing daily and it broke 3 years later, fine. But after only using it 30 times, that's a problem. Now I'm looking online and I'm seeing like other people that opened it out of the box and like it had a problem, or they used it maybe twice or for 3 months and it broke. And I'm like, that's a fucking problem with your product. It's defective. So I don't know if it's all Cricuts. I have the maker. So if that's the one you have, or you're looking to get that one, don't get it, especially the newest one, because when I was talking to the first, you know, customer service person or tech person, they were telling me that there's a problem with the maker and the software right now. And that's why they had 45-minute wait times to get on the phone with somebody, you know? So just save your money. I heard the Cameo is called is way better. And if I do decide to get another one, which I'm so mad, because I had so many like plans in my head for this fucking thing finally, and now it's broken. But um the Cameo silhouette is, I've heard, pretty good from people, although I don't know too much about it. But honestly, if you're just cutting vinyl, sorry. Hello, hello. All right. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, my son's school calling for the 900th time today to tell us about the fucking air quality, as if we don't know. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. If you want to, uh, I've heard there's a site called US Cutter. And if you're just looking to cut vinyl and heat transfer vinyl, that's what I'll probably do once I have the money. I'll probably go and, you know, buy just a regular vinyl cutter. I'm done with the fucking Cricut. Them and their stupid mats and uh their stupid fucking expensive mats and all the bullshit you need to just own and operate this goddamn thing. I'm just so mad about it. Yeah, the air quality is horrible here right now. It's like yellow. The skies are yellow. I would show you guys, but it was weird. I was trying to take a picture before, and it's like, I don't know, for some reason on the camera doesn't pick it up, but it looks like yellow outside, and it stinks. It smells like burned like wood. Last night it smelled like rubber, like or plastic, and today it smells like wood. It's horrible. Um, but yeah, Fleur, I look, I'm not saying, if you're still under warranty, I would fucking return that thing and go get a Cameo silhouette. Like, it could it just be a defective one on my part? Sure. Could it just be like a fluke? Yeah. But here's the thing, right? If once you're out of warranty, that year warranty, if anything goes wrong with that thing, they don't have a solution for you. There's nowhere to get it repaired, right? So you can't get it repaired. You can't fix it. The only fix they had to offer me was to send me this new little metal housing. Beef eggs. No, I didn't see the link. I'll check it in a minute because I'm on my phone. I can't look right now. But yeah, you can't get so that's the only thing that they could offer you to fix a problem if it's not cutting. So now, so I said to the lady, like, what do I just throw this thing out now? Like, I'm like, you don't have a repair, thing. You don't have any repair manuals, like nothing. There's nowhere I could go and get it repaired. Like, if something happens with your iPhone, like say the battery goes bad on your iPhone, you bring it to the Apple and they'll put a new battery in your phone. But like, this is it. So once you're, done, once it breaks, if it's not that little housing, you're fucked, because there's nothing else they could do for you except give you a 20% off coupon for a new one. I'm like, 20%? Like, you couldn't even do 40? Like, that's so shitty. 20%. I was so fucking mad. And I was trying not to like curse this lady out on the phone because I know it's not her fault, you know, like she's just going by her shitty company policy. But yeah, I couldn't believe, oh, this was the part where I got really pissed with her though, right? She's like, well, we'll offer you 20% off. I said, well, I don't know if I feel like investing another $200 in this thing because what if I get a new one, right? And then it's a year and 2 days out of the warranty, you guys, and something breaks, you guys aren't going to replace it for me. You don't stand behind your products. And that tells me that your products are shitty because most companies, if there's a defect in their product, they'll send you a new one free of charge, right? And they'll replace it because they know that the defect's on them and they want to keep you as a customer. But Cricut doesn't do that. They're like, well, sorry, like tough luck. You only used it 30 times. So at first I was blamed that I didn't use it enough. That was the first thing that I was told that was insulting. But the second thing was that which is crazy because I'm like, what if it sat in a store for 3 years and nobody used it? And then somebody finally bought it. Like, is that going to mean it doesn't work when you open the box? Like, that doesn't even make sense. But the other thing is that she said, I was like, if I could have punched this lady in the face. She's like, yeah, the 20% off coupon, it's a 20% off like for a new machine, or, it's good for anything on the website. You could buy materials with it. So I go, well, why would I buy materials with it? It's a one-time use code, right? So why would I go buy materials with it when my machine's broken? I'm like, are you trying to insult me? Like, I'm like, you want me to spend more money on materials now that I don't need because my machine's broken and it doesn't even fucking cut anything or do anything now? It's like a basically paperweight. And she was like, I apologize. That probably wasn't the right answer. I'm like, yeah, no, it wasn't the right answer. I'm like, you're an idiot. So, so fucking mad. So mad. It's unbelievable how many people don't watch the news because my Ring app's been going off like crazy and everybody's like, there's smoke. It smells like fire outside. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Watch the news. But yeah, anyway, I just want to warn people, out there, if you're thinking of buying a Cricut, like do so at your own risk. Just know that if anything goes wrong with it and it's not the little cartridge housing, whatever the fuck, the blade housing, this little silver thing, then you're out of luck. You're shit out of luck, right? There's nothing else you can do. You basically just have to, throw this thing into a landfill and that's it. They don't even give you an offer to like recycle a fucking thing, like nothing. They're just like, hey, here, sorry. That was their solution. Once I told them that the blade housing didn't fix the problem, they're like, oh, well, here's a 20% off coupon. Like, that's the limit that their troubleshooting goes. Like, that's pretty fucking bad. I'm so mad. I'm just so mad about this whole situation because I'm like, this thing's not cheap. Like, it's not cheap. And they also gave me the excuse, both reps that I spoke to, and they were like, well, technology's not made to last forever. I'm like, well, I understand that. I get it that it's not going to last forever, but you would definitely think that you would get more than 30 uses out of something that you spent like 400, whatever the fuck it was, $300 on. You get a little more than 30 uses out of it. It's fucking bullshit. Yeah, stay inside. I mean, the odor here is extremely strong. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, the last time I seen the air get this bad was after September 11th, because we had like a fucking cloud, over. It wasn't as bad out here, but if you saw the news, you saw that there was just this huge cloud. It was dust just sitting like stagnant over, New York City and then like parts of Long Island. So I mean, this is crazy because it's actually sunny out today, and there's no clouds in the sky, but it looks like an overcast day. And you could actually see the smoke if you look in certain areas. Like, you could see smoke in like the trees. Like, it's kind of scary, to be honest with you. So be very careful. If you're going outside, even with your pets, and if you have any elderly people in your family, be careful too. You don't want them going outside. It's kind of scary. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know what to do with this thing now. I'm like, should I smash it and make a video of me smashing it with a fucking hammer? My husband actually thought of a good idea, and it did kind of work. He was like, why don't you put 2 mats in the machine? And I'm like, it did kind of work, but it's not cutting all that great. I'm just so mad. Ugh, I'm so fucking pissed. This thing should be working for this amount of money. Fucking bullshit. So I don't know if I'm buying a new one. I just don't see the point in investing in something that might potentially break, and then I won't be able to use it. They won't replace it after a year. So sucks. Come on, Ovi, come inside. I don't know why my chat's not moving right now. Hold on a second. Like, I don't know if it's something on my end or if you guys could hear me even, or if I'm talking to myself, but I just kind of wanted to go live to warn people, do not buy a Cricut. Or if you do so at your own risk, because they're garbage. Total garbage. Made like shit. I actually watched a video of some guy opening it up, and it's just like all plastic gears and crap inside, which would explain why it's probably not made of the best materials. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try going and StreamYard on my laptop that's about to fucking die. What's going on here? Oh, how weird is this? Huh. This is odd. Why is it doing this? That's really weird. Huh. It's telling me to log in. That's strange. Oh, I know why. Oh my God. This stupid Cricut thing. Oh my God. This sucks. Oh my goodness. I erased my cache and all my cookies. Oh my God. So now every website I go to, oh my God, this sucks. Every website I go to is going to be fucked up. All right. I have to check my Gmail because I don't see my chat moving, and I don't know if you guys could even hear me right now. So I'm trying to log on to my laptop. I'm not going to stay live all that long, but and I'm not saying everybody's going to have the same problem with this thing as I am having, but I'm just putting the warning out there because it's a potential problem that people could have, and you could end up being stuck. Hold on a second. Has been signed for. What does that mean? Continue. Oh my God, I cannot believe this just happened. No, I don't want this. Hold on a second. Sorry. My whole thing is messed up. Well, anyway, if anybody's interested in buying a Cricut, I got a 20% off code. I don't know if I can share it with people. It might be just exclusive to me. Hold on a second. Hey! Oh, you fucking asshole. You have to touch everything, Ovi. My tape. I just bought masking tape, and he fucking took the whole roll. It's just sitting there chewing on it. Why you gotta start in? Dad. Hold on. I'm trying to log in on my laptop real quick, so give me a second. Why is this not copying over? I can't even see if my live is still running anymore. Maybe the Cricut gods took my live down. I'm going to hashtag the shit out of them everywhere. Tell the whole world how much they suck. 4. Hold on. 5. Okay, let's see if I can get in my StreamYards. Let's see. Go. I feel bad for all the birds and the animals and stuff. They can't. Hold on. I'm logging in on my laptop to see if my chat will move because it's like paused right now. And I can't even tell if you guys are here. Oh, there we go. It finally moved. That's so weird. That's so weird. Oh, thank you. Isn't that crazy? I'm in air from Canada. No, and you know what? It's kind of scary right now because they're not really like, they're just like, don't go outside, you know? And it's like, okay, well, like, is there any end in sight? Is this going to go away? You know what I'm saying? Because this is kind of scary. All right. That's so weird. My chat like didn't move. And all of a sudden when I just tried to sign in. Yeah, we have, we're in the red right now. So whatever that means, like, it's pretty bad. What is up with the fires though? Like what started these wildfires in Canada? That's fucking so crazy. Very scary. I have a tournament with this weekend. Yeah, hopefully. Doesn't rain clean the air? I don't know, Hope. I really don't know. But I'll tell you right now, it's kind of scary. They even had for our, my son's school called in the morning this morning, and they were like, they canceled outdoor recess and gym. I guess they go outside for gym. Yeah, but you know what my son told me? And I'm like, that's brilliant. He's like, the windows were open all day at school. I'm like, are you kidding me? So they wouldn't let the kids go outside for recess, but all right. They opened the windows in the school. So what good is it? Like, makes no sense. I can't see trees a couple of blocks away. I can normally see. Yeah, it's pretty smoky here. It's pretty bad. It's weird. It's like if you look in certain areas, you could actually see smoke. Like if you look at trees, I mean, the sky is just yellow right now. It doesn't even look like a normal sky. It looks like it's about to rain, but it's like before, I would say about like an hour ago, it was like super, super thick, like yellow smoke. And it was like, it looked really weird outside. Now, I don't know if it's because the sun's going down. It's not as like yellow looking. Now it just kind of looks gray and overcast. But you could definitely smell it. You walk outside the front door, and it smells like burning wood. Like it smells like you're in a fire. Can you make video shorts? Show us. Sounds crazy. Zen Life, I can't, it doesn't like pick up on the camera for some reason. Here, I'll go stand outside. You guys can see. Like, I don't even know if it'll pick up on the camera because it wasn't picking up. Hold on a second. Oh, I guess, you know what? It looks, when I tried to take a picture before, like the sky looked blue. I guess you could kind of see it. It looks like definitely, if you look that way, It's kind of hard to see for you guys, but if you look in like some of the trees, like down there, you can kind of see the smoke. Like you can see like a haze. Very scary. Yeah, you guys can see it. That's so weird because when I tried to take a picture before, it was kind of hard to see, but like it stinks. I mean, it smells like burning what, like it smells like there's a fire burning right next door. You know, it's really weird that smoke would carry this far and not kind of dissipate. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, Robbie, congratulations on your wedding. I heard you got married. Running on empty. No, we're definitely not. I sure hope we don't have to get used to it either. Yeah, no, I heard it was supposed to clear out during on Thursday, but I don't know. It's not looking too promising right now. I don't see, if the fires are still burning, I don't see how the smoke's gonna clear. You know, I just don't. It's not like, I mean, there's people. Oh shit, that's crazy. Oh, I wish I could show you guys this. You could actually see the sun. Hold on, let me see if I can. Fuck. Do you guys see it right there? The sun, like you could literally look at the sun right now and not fucking burn your eyeballs out. Let's see if I can go over here. Hold on. It's kind of cool actually. Like when do you ever get to see the sun? The sun's like bright orange. Oh my god, that's so fucking weird. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, all right, here. You guys see it? Right there. It looks probably so small to you guys. I can't get my finger near it. Right there. It looks, dude, like you can never look directly at the sun like this. I should go get my camera and see if I could get a fucking picture of the sun. That's crazy. Wow. You can never just look directly at the sun like that. That's kind of cool, but kind of scary. It looks like we're on Mars. All right. Oh, I wonder if I could take a picture with my fucking camera. It doesn't even like hurt. Oh no, you could hear. There's no people out. It's weird because it's usually really loud around here this time of year. I mean, there was landscapers and shit out today, but it's it, there's nobody like walking their dogs or like exercising, which there normally is. There's a lot of activity normally in my neighborhood, and it's just really quiet right now. Like super, super quiet. It's kind of strange. But the birds and shit are flying around like crazy. It's because I have bird feeders all over my lawn. So they're like, I feel bad for the birds and animals because they can't, what are they going to do? You know? Kind of area has the worst air quality right now. It's like a narrow strip from the middle of New York down to PA. So weird. The sun looks orange right here in Northeast Pennsylvania. Come on. I was just thinking, that is fucking crazy. Yeah, our air quality is not too good right now. Definitely not. It's like we're in the red, so I'm not really sure what that means. I wonder if I could take a picture. I gotta see if I could get my camera and put my zoom lens on and get a cool picture of the sun. Air quality is 169 in my area right now, according to my weather map. You know what's weird? It was like, because the Ems lives north of me, right? Northwest. And so, you know, she kept telling me, she's like, it's coming down. And then last night, it really wasn't that bad. But today, all of a sudden, the wind picked up like a little bit. And then it started getting bad, you know? And now like about an hour ago, it started getting really bad. I mean, that's like the worst it was all day. Now it's like, it's clearing up a little bit, but not really. It's just crazy. I smoke a cigarette and start coughing like my legs can't handle it. Yeah, that's like before when it was bad. I came out here and I was smoking a cigarette and I was like coughing. I'm like, oh shit. I have a headache too. I hope the birds would know to leave. Would you stop? Stop it. Ovi, come on. Why do you have to start in with me all the time? I'm talking. He does the same thing. If I'm on the phone with my friend, as soon as I get on the phone, he'll like just start barking at me. I'm like, why are you barking at me when I'm talking? It's 4:20 or 4:30 right here, which is lower than it was earlier. Yeah, I hope it gets moves out soon. It's fucking weird. Found your channel from a short you did of beautiful candles that had succulents on top with the wick. They're very nice. Do you still sell candles? Um, Girl interrupted. No, I haven't. I didn't sell those candles. I have them. I mean, I made some, but I haven't sold any yet. Like I haven't listed them. I have a website where I sell stuff. I added something new today. I was gonna put it in my community post, but I was sitting around messing around with my stupid Cricut thing. But I will be adding candles soon. So I haven't lit any of the succulent candles like to melt. I have to melt them down to like test them, and I'm like, they're so pretty. I don't want to melt them. They're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to melt them. I do have candles that I will be adding soon. I showed you guys recently. There's like a 3-wick candle that comes in this like oval kind of shaped concrete like container that you could use as a planter after when the candle's gone. Or I don't know, some people do refills of the candles. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'll see, like where you could actually just like replace it exactly into the candle. I got to figure that out. Voices, my Cricut's fucked, girl. I'm so mad. It fucking just doesn't cut. It doesn't cut at all. I called Cricut. They sent me the new bleed housing. I have the maker, and they sent me the new metal, bleed housing, and I replaced that. That didn't work. So when I called them today, I did all the troubleshooting in the world that you could think of, every single thing it says to do, and they're like, oh well, sorry, we're gonna have to send you a 20% off code. You could buy a new one. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I'm like, I'm out of warranty, but I only use the thing like maybe 30 times in total. So after 30 uses, it breaks, and they can't give me any other solution except to buy a new one. So I'm kind of fucking pissed. I think I could, hey, yo, you just bit my butt. What are you doing? Could you calm down? Holy shit. I feel bad because he's like cooped up in the house all day. I normally walk him, but we can't really be outside. And I haven't been letting him outside except to just go to the bathroom, and then, we come back in, or he sits out here when I'm smoking a cigarette, and then we go back in the house. I can't really like let him run around outside today. I don't want him out breathing this shit in. Yeah, voices. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I don't use it all that much. I got it 3 years ago, and it just kind of sat here for a long time. Before I even turned it on, it probably sat here for like a year, and then I took it out of the box and everything. I don't even think I took it out of the box right away. I did a video on my channel. I like quote unquote unboxed it, but I just took it out, and then I put the Cricut actually back in the box, and it probably sat in there for like almost a year, like until I actually took it out and finally used it. There's a video on my channel somewhere where I talk about it, where I'm like, oh, I finally used my Cricut that I bought like a year ago, and then I probably used it maybe 30 times since then, and it's broken. Like it just won't cut. I tried everything, pressure settings, and reinstalling the software, whatever, updates, firmware updates, all the shit that I sat on the phone with them for like a fucking hour the other day, and it's just it's so weird because the blade actually like goes down, but it's not even touching the vinyl. It's like about a millimeter above the vinyl. So my husband had a good idea before. He's like, why don't you stack the mats to kind of raise the vinyl up? And I'm like, oh, that's actually a good idea. So I did that. I put 2 mats through it, and it cut. But I had the pressure turned all the way up to the highest setting, and it cut, but it like didn't cut through where you get like a good weed from it, like it was kind of a struggle to weed it still. So I'm like, it's no good. Like it's not the whole, not only do you need to stop it already, not only do you need it to cut, you need it to cut good so that you could weed your vinyl. So yeah. The only thing I ever used it for was for vinyl, and I cut cardstock like twice. I made like because I was doing these shirts, and the layout of the shirt was like longer than the Cricut would cut. So I had to cut it in 2 pieces. So I made like a stencil out of cardstock so that I could line everything up on the shirt the right way. So I'm so mad. Yeah, I bought new blades. That was the first thing I did when it wasn't cutting. I went to Michael's. I bought new blades. That didn't do anything. So then I came home, I went online, and I watched like all these troubleshooting videos, and then they have a section on their website. So I did whatever steps it was said in there. And then, when I called them, they're like, oh, it's probably the blade housing. So they sent me a new thing and a new blade and everything. So now I have like fucking 100 new blades, but nothing to put them in. Uh, or at least nothing that works. And what do you call it? They sent me the new housing today. I got it today. And I'm like, this has to be the problem. I put it in there and it's still not cutting. So I turned the pressure all the way up to the highest it could go, and it like doesn't even touch the paper. Like the bleed, if you look under the little bar that runs across, it doesn't even touch the paper, like the vinyl. Like I don't know why. It goes down, it just doesn't go down far enough, like for some reason. So there has to be something broken in the machine, like the thing that holds the blade, you know, the part that you can't get to. And so they don't have a solution for that. Their solution is to give you a 20% off coupon to buy a new fucking machine that'll break on you probably after 30 uses. So I'm kind of pissed. Have you tried it in the other side of the housing? No, I didn't think you could cut on the left side. I thought that was only for the marker part. The A housing or whatever. I thought that was only for markers. So it goes down. That's what's so weird. The machine goes down, so it looks like it's doing a cut. It looks like it's actually cutting, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you do a cut, you could actually see the blade moving up and down in between cuts, and it's doing that. It's just not touching the paper at all. So like even if you mess with the pressure and turn it all the way up to the highest setting, it's still not touching. It's like, but it goes down while it's like, cutting. It's weird. It's just not going down enough. I've had mine 3 years and no issues. I wonder if they put the housing in backwards. I don't know. I mean, I've used it like 30 times and it worked fine. I mean, it worked great. I was actually, impressed because I worked with vinyl cutters for like 20 years, like real vinyl cutters before the Cricut was even a thing. And it's so funny because when I used to do vinyl, before the Cricut was a thing, I was like, man, it would be so cool to have one of these at home, like a little one. And then they came out with the Cricut one day. I mean, they had desktop ones. I've worked on little desktop ones, but they came out with the Cricut, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. You could actually like anybody could do vinyl now. So, if I buy anything again, I'm buying a regular, like Graph Tech vinyl cutter, like a good brand, because this shit is for the birds. For the birds. Have you tapped the whole cut head? Maybe it's stuck. No, it moves. The girl had me like, I don't know, when I was on the phone with her, she made me like move it back and forth 7 times. Like, it's like I tried everything you could try. And, it's got to be, even the lady on the phone today said, she's like, oh, it's either like a gear or a spring that's like broken inside the thing that moves on the belt part, whatever the fuck they call that. And that's probably the issue. Stuck up one click, tap the cut head housing. What do you mean tap it? It's weird because like I'm pretty good with like mechanical things or troubleshooting, fixing things. And like I'm looking at it, nothing seems out of alignment, nothing seems out of place. It's moving up and down. Like it's so hard. I tried the engraving tip in it, and I put a little, metal blank that I had because I do stamping, metal stamping. And so you could use those same, metal pieces in the Cricut. It could engrave it. So I put that in there yesterday. And even with that, I got like a very faint engraving in it. Like it didn't cut into it enough where it actually looks engraved. It like just scratched the surface of the metal. So there's clearly an issue with something that moves the head up and down. and it's just stuck and it won't move down all the way, I guess. It looks like it is, but no, that's the thing, Beefrigs. They don't have repair locations. And it was funny because the girl's like, I tell everybody, which means that they must have a lot of problems, right? Because why would you tell everybody that? She's like, I tell everybody that's a good business to start Cricut repairs. Even online, like I was just looking, nobody like has videos. There's like 2 videos of these guys like taking the Cricut apart, but like they're not explaining anything. So what good is it, you know? Like there's no repair manuals, there's nothing. So which kind of sucks because I should have said that to the lady because she tried to compare it to a sewing machine. She's like, if you have a sewing machine and you just let it sit there, you're supposed to use it weekly. Otherwise it breaks. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say, lady. But I should have said to her, well, you know what? Most sewing machines come with full repair manuals. You could bring a sewing machine somewhere and get it repaired. There's like plenty of places that do sewing machine repairs. So there's nowhere to send it. Have you shaken it to see if you hear it rattle? No, you don't have to oil it. I don't think you would not want to put oil on this thing. I haven't shaken it, but I just like, I don't, you know what? It's just so weird. I used it and it worked. No, there's nothing rattling. If there's nothing rattling in it, it's fine. So fucking weird. What do you call it? I don't know what the fucking problem is. It's driving me nuts though. I'm one of those people that if something breaks, like especially after not using it that much, like it was working perfectly fine, right? I did an update the next time I went to go cut something. It made me update the software like it always does, but it was just weird the timing of it because like I hadn't done an update in a while. I go update the software and ever since I updated it, it's not working. So I wouldn't buy. Well, that's what I'm saying, Remy. It's not the machine when it works great. It's a great machine. It's the problem is, and why I would warn people against buying one is that if you have a problem outside of their 1-year warranty window, their only solution is to buy a new one. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any repair options. They don't sell extended warranties on them. So that, God forbid if something did go wrong, you could get it replaced. So like they were totally cool with just losing a customer today, which to me is like bad customer service. So don't mean to change the subject. Did you see the post in Discord? MGL was talking shit about you. Threatened to come to your house and contact your family again. No, I didn't see that, but come on over, bitch. What is contacting my family gonna do? Just out of curiosity, what are you gonna do by contacting my family? I don't talk to half of my family, so like what are you gonna do? Contact them and be like, oh, Leon is bothering me. And what do you think they're gonna do about it? Are they gonna come over and spank me? Like what? I don't understand. What is that supposed to do? Okay, go contact my family. Have fun talking to them. Tell them I said fuck off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? What is that gonna do? You're gonna tell my mommy on me? My mommy's in my fucking my living room downstairs in a small urn. So I mean, I don't know what is that gonna do? Go ahead and contact my family. I don't really fucking care. To be honest, they probably deserve some fucking lunatic like you contacting them. So go ahead. Have fun. And if you want to come to my house, you fucking beast, come on. Come on over. Come meet my dog. He loves people. I found that out the other night when I was walking him, how much he loves fucking new people that he doesn't know. Get the fuck out of here. She's tempting to create content. She could barely hold 75 viewers on Kit. I mean, like, is that a joke? She's going to contact my family. The software update. That's it. See, voices. That's what, when I talked, so the first girl that I talked to for customer service, it was a tech person. She said that because I was like, what the fuck? 45-minute wait time, right? When I called. So I asked her, I said, is there like something going on? Because I'm like, that's like crazy, a 45-minute wait time. If you read online, like people are like, yeah, you get right through to customer service. So I'm like, there must be some type of issue that there's a 45-minute wait time for Cricut. Like, you know, it's not like a cell phone where like everybody has cell phones. So, you know, you would expect it. It's like a fucking Cricut. It's not like everybody has one, you know? So I was like, there must be like some type of issue. So she said that with the Maker 3, the last software update that they did, they're having problems. The funny part is I told the supervisor that today and she didn't even know about it. She's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, and you're the supervisor? You didn't know this? Because I'm like, I'm not making it up. I mean, I was told this by one of your people in your company. So I'm waiting to see if there's another software update. Maybe that'll, you know, help it out. Laura never made it to your house. Oh, thank you, Susan. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Let me hold on. I'll log on my laptop so we could check this thing out with her. What an asshole. It's like, bitch, come to my fucking house. The best part is like, what are you gonna do if you contact my family? Like, what are they gonna do? What the fuck do you think they're gonna do? They don't talk to me, right? And I don't talk to them. So do you think they're gonna start talking to me all of a sudden? I don't even understand that. That's so stupid. All right, hold on. Yeah, Laura didn't make it here either. What happened to her? All right, hold on a second. Oops. Why is it telling me my name? I'm going to call myself Broken Cricut. That's going to be my new name. The Broken Cricut. I'm so mad about this thing. Okay, now I could go on Discord and see what's going on here. All right, come on, come in. You're done? Come in. I don't need you out there breathing in fire smoke. Fire smoke. Ooh, I did get the first. Shh. Stop. Ovi. Shh. Knock it off. I am wondering though if it has something. Could you stop? I am wondering if it has something. What is the matter? If it has something to do. Ovi, stop. Shh. Stop it. Stop barking. Come on. Come over here. What are you scared of? Oh my God. You're like the head case today. So it says that it needs a forced software and firmware uninstall and reinstall. I did do that. I uninstalled it like 100 times already. And then I did this thing where you could like reset it so that you could re-update the firmware. And I did, and that still didn't work. That was just the last 2 things I tried. And then I was like, fuck this thing. And I went live. Could you stop barking, please? Oh, stop. Stop. Stop barking. You're annoying me. Stop. I found some videos when I searched Maker 3 not cutting after update. Really? Could you send those to me, voices? If you go in my about section, my email, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's makeupmobster@gmail.com. Just my name and then @gmail.com. Makeupmobster@gmail. Where'd you, did you send this to me? Hold on a second. Oh, is it this? What Pugs posted? Oh, it's on Diane Snatchin. All right. Thank you, voices. I appreciate that. I know you use your Cricut all the time. So I was thinking of actually posting in like a Cricut group on Facebook because like sometimes there's things that people figure out that the company doesn't even know. So I was like, maybe, you know, I could ask somebody else that knows about them. I just typed in Maker 3 not cutting after update. I didn't even think to type that in. That's a good idea, though, honestly. All right, so maybe I'll just type that in. You don't have to go through, emailing me and everything. But I appreciate you even helping because I'm so lost. I was actually thinking of making a video to show what's exactly going on. Because, you know, you never know. If you post a video, somebody out there might have had the same problem and like did something that I didn't do to fix it. So I was thinking of just creating a short or something, you know, maybe just a short video to kind of, you know, show what was going on there. The Cricut crafting. I found the Reddit too. Yeah. That's where I actually, how did I find? Oh, somebody was saying, and I think that this is the same problem that's going on with mine because somebody said the same thing. same problem. And I actually screenshot it, and they said it was like this spring that was inside the, the housing unit. And if that's the case, there's no solution for it. But in her case, hers was still under warranty, so they sent her a new one. But because mine's like a year and a half out of the warranty, they won't send me a new one. Oh, I don't know why. I read somewhere too. I mean, I tried everything. It said to delete your cache on your browser, and I'm like, why would my browser cache or cookies have anything to do with the Cricut software? But I did that, and now I just fucked myself because like every website I go to, I have to like re-sign back into. Oh, so annoying. All right. Well, like my search history, everything's gone. Stop! God, I'm sorry about this dog. I don't know why he's barking like this today. I think the smoke is getting to his head or something. Okay, so she's practicing witchcraft. What the fuck is wrong with this asshole? Is that what I should be looking at, or is this about something else? Hold on a second. Oh, thank you, Hope. But you'd hear a rattle if you shake it. Yeah, no, I definitely don't hear a rattle. I will only use mine. Look, I'm not saying to like get your Cricuts now if you have them. I'm just saying that if you're thinking of buying one, right? Just keep in mind that there's no extended warranty, and if anything goes wrong with it, like, and it's not the housing unit, then you're fucked, anything beyond like whatever they could do. Cache, yeah. CACHE is cache. Just like attache case. So when they say to empty your she threatens to turn up at MM's house and says she has to go real life on MM now. The first part needs to be uploaded. Wow, that's interesting. She ain't doing shit. All right. We'll play this. I don't think this is the clip. Oh, fuck. I got a really pretty new nail stuff today, though. The King that I ordered like a month ago. All right. It's just cash. I don't know. I always said cache. Cache? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I'm just a YouTuber. All right. I mean, she could seriously come here and get punched in the face. I mean, if that's what she wants to do, like, no problem. Come on over. Get punched in the face. It's so funny, like when you're not talking about these people, they like do something to try to make you talk about them.
Well, we all always knew Molly had serious issues. This one we've heard about her doing from her friend Tina. Molly learned witchcraft with crystals from Tina. Tina told about it on live on
so she's back to doing witchcraft.
Zian's channel one night. Well, according to Molly, she dabbles in witchcraft and voodoo. Both.
Like most good Catholics.
If done in the manner she talks of, is Satanism. If you worship God, pray to God, you trust in His will, you pray thy will be done, you even pray for your enemies. Let's roll the tape. This is really disturbing.
What is wrong with this woman? Seriously.
Because she's just, this is what she's wasting her life on. I mean, she's a lot like Melissa Schumann. It's always negative.
Because you're such a positive force, right?
Negative. You want to know something? At least you have a choice. I don't have a choice.
What does her shirt say? If at first you don't succeed, I don't know.
I can't just walk away.
By doing what?
From this Melissa Schumann crap.
What is that?
I can't just walk away. I need to see this till the end. This was a choice that I made.
Does she understand that? All right. Yeah, her hair is turning translucent. That's what happens when you put too much bleach in it. Okay. Does she understand this whole thing with Nick Carter, right? He's suing Melissa Schumann for not to prove that he didn't R her, okay? It's a lawsuit for defamation, basically, right? So that's not going to prove whether or not he did or didn't do what she claims he did, because that's not what the lawsuit is about, right? The lawsuit's about defamation, about her. So what he has to prove is that he's being defamed. And to be honest with you, on both ends of the coin, I really just think that, unfortunately, this happens a lot with a lot of abuse cases. I was actually, what was I watching the other day? And I made a comment because people are so ignorant about this. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but people are so ignorant. You know, a lot of the times, it was JLR. JLR had made a post, okay, about the prosecutor letting some sex offender, I don't know, go on probation, like a plea deal that he was doing. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, this happens quite often. If you know anything about these types of cases, that happens actually quite often, because a lot of the times, you know, by time a victim comes forward and reports the abuse, it's too late, right? So like if they were AR'd, let's just say, the evidence of that is going to be long gone, right? Because it's only going to stay on you or in your body for a certain period of time until it dissipates and expels, like, or goes somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't get a test done right away, which is also very uncomfortable and invasive, and people don't like to go get those done because it's not fun, it's very hard to prove that the R happened, right? So a lot of times plea deals happen, you know, like, and it's because the prosecutor just doesn't have a choice. There's just not enough evidence to prosecute. I mean, this happened in my own family pretty much, you know. Told you guys there was a situation in my family, right, that involved that type of thing, and it ended up having to go to a plea deal because the evidence just wasn't like there, you know, to prove that it happened. So unfortunately, he got a slap on the wrist, and the victim really didn't get the justice that they deserved. So and it sucks, you know. But anyway, she's so ignorant about this shit, because I mean, I just don't know how. There's no proof either way in this case, right? For Melissa Schumann, and it's kind of sad. Or for Nick Carter, right? Let's just say she is lying. How does he prove that she's lying? You know, I mean, just because she claims her story changed, but she wrote her story down in a blog post, right? And yeah, okay, you know, as time goes by, certain details might be a little different, you know, that just happens, but that doesn't mean that it's not true, you know. But unfortunately, I just don't think that either one of them has enough evidence to prove it either way. You know, she doesn't have enough evidence to prove that it happened, and he doesn't have enough evidence to prove that it didn't happen. So I don't know what she thinks is going to happen in this case, but good luck.
To stick up for an innocent person. I can't back away from him now. I can't back away from his
She doesn't know that he's innocent, though. Where is your proof that he's innocent?
wife. I won't. I'll tell you what, I can't wait till it's over. Yeah, she has all those nasty clip channels. She's been doing it for years. Yeah, and then she promotes them. We know.
So B-Ferg said in the chat here, he only filed it because he knew Melissa's lawsuit was coming. Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, and then she reaches out to the people. She's so.
Oh, so this is to me. I reach out to what people? What is she talking about?
She's been doing it for years. Yeah, and then she promotes them. We know. Yeah, and then she reaches out to the people. She's so.
What people is she talking about? Me? Because it says on screen back to MM. What people am I reaching out to exactly? Is she talking about Melissa Schumann's father? Because he reached out to me years ago. I didn't fucking. How would I find that guy? Like, I don't know what his name is. How would I find him? He found me because I'm easy to find. My email's right on my channel in the about section. Everybody knows that. So it's easy to contact me, but I don't know how I would contact the guy her dad would without knowing his name.
Everybody knows how she is. But then you always got Laura. It's facts. And then Laura's always like, no, I don't think so. I'm like, right.
Because Laura knows that when we were friends, I really didn't give a fuck. Oh, thank you, Gone Girl. Yay, it's starred. Oh, wait, there's 3 starred. Hold on. Okay, I got Susan, Hope, and Gone Girl. That's so cool that they put that little section there. So now I can see when people super chat me. Thank you, Gone Girl. Appreciate that. Yeah, I showed the emails on here recently, actually, but I mean, like, again, he reached out to me. I didn't reach out to him. I didn't even know the guy existed until he reached out to me. I didn't know she had, like, I'm sure she had a dad, but like, I don't, like, how would I know what her dad's name is? Like,
you know, Laura's always gonna be on the opposite end.
Laura knows that when we talked for 3 years, I didn't fucking mention this asshole because I really didn't give a fuck about her. So, or anything about Melissa Schumann. Even if I did, okay, reach out to the dad, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what fucking role could I, how can I affect this case? I'm just a fucking asshole that lives on Long Island. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing I could say to this guy is going to do anything. So I don't understand. What the fuck is she even talking about? She ain't testifying for shit, Beefer. There's nothing. She's not involved in this case at all. I just don't see how she could.
I look at what I'm saying.
Nice bold.
Listen, I just don't want.
Does her fucking shirt say, "If at first you don't succeed, try doing"? I
look at what I'm saying.
Oh, if at first you don't succeed, try doing what Molly. It looks like.
Listen, I just don't want to live in this world, in this particular day and age.
You don't have to.
I was looking at a beautiful video of my mom, and
who's forcing you to be here? Nobody. Fuck out of here.
She was spared. Trust me, I would rather it have been me that went than her. And you know, I always said I had regrets for bringing Jake into this world. You know,
What? Wait a second. What the fuck kind of fucking statement is that for a mother to say about their kid? Wow. You regret bringing your kid into this world? That is some fucked up shit. Wow. I'm sorry. Am I like alone in this? But that's like really fucked up to say about your kid. Wow.
I feel like I did him such an injustice because I really want the best for him. And the thing is I'll never be able to provide the best for him if I cannot protect him from the evils that be.
All right, dude, are we living in some crazy fucking times right now? Like, there's no question that, you know, this world's definitely crazy. But, you know, if you go back in time, right, think about how crazy the world was 50 years ago when the fucking president of the United States was going down to Texas to campaign, right, and try to win over people in Texas. And he is just driving down the street and his head gets blown off in front of a crowd of people, right? Then they catch somebody who they think is responsible for doing that. And on live TV, they parade him in front of everybody. Oh my God, my dog just killed a fly, dude. Wow, you're like on some Mr. Miyagi shit. Could you not eat that thing? Ew, Ovi. Oh my God, hold on. He's like massacring a fly on my couch. Ew, he ate it. Oh God, you're gross. Get away from me. You're gross. You are fucking gross. He just swallowed it. You are fucking disgusting, dude. Get out of here. Yo, he legit just killed a fly. I've never seen anything like it. Good boy. He's a bug killer. He tried to kill a beetle the other night. Oh my God. I cannot believe he just caught that fly and fucking killed it though. That's pretty good. Wow. All right, dude. Anyway, so they bring the guy on TV, right? On live TV to while they're transferring him. And then somebody shoots him on live TV. Like, that's pretty fucking crazy, right? That happened over 50 years ago. It happened before I was even alive. So, like, you know, as crazy as we think the world is today, it was always crazy, is what I'm trying to say, right? And there's a lot of crazy shit that happened through history. I think the only difference is that today we have a lot more access, and like the news is always in our faces, you know, whether it's online. Stop barking at me. you know, whether it's online being thrown in our faces or whatever, you know? So, I mean, to say that you regret bringing your kid into this world, like, do I worry for my son in the future? And yeah, of course I do. But like, I'll never say I regret, you know, my hopes is that the world gets better in the future and my son can be a part of that, you know?
You know, I just can't protect him from what is in our water, what is in our food, what is out there. You know, people are going nuts. People are going crazy. People are going absolutely berserk. You know, they are losing their minds and taking out knives.
She's like, people are losing their mind. No, girl, I think you're losing your fucking mind.
You think how do we get to?
What was that arrow thing? Hold on. I saw like an arrow pop up on the screen.
Losing. People are going absolutely berserk. You know, they are losing their minds and
Oh, is that? I don't know.
Taking out knives. I mean, you think how do we get to a place in this world? Well, when you live in a world with 8 billion people, a couple of million are going to be screwed up in the head.
Such as yourself. Such as yourself.
Now, I think it's really interesting when people want to say, "Oh, Marissa's a little what is she? Mental. Oh, I'm the mental one." Because let me tell you something.
Really? Do you really need us to answer that? I mean, you've done some pretty fucking crazy shit on here. Like, you have to know that there's something a little off about you. I mean, just a little, right?
To me, I think mental is sitting there and waiting.
Waiting. Now, hold on to your seat, folks. It's really going to get mental. So she basically just said that I guess the people that support her are mental because fuck. I'm trying to show you guys. Hold on. I'm so stupid. Why don't I just go to my website? I'm going to show you guys the new item that I added. But I'm like sitting here trying to send myself the pictures when I could just go on my website. I'll show you guys after this, but sorry. Wow.
Does anybody in the chat think that is completely fucking mental?
What is she talking about?
Society's wicked. Yeah, you're kidding me. I could be just wicked. I dabbled in some witchcraft.
Oh God.
And it worked. My mother was not happy about that.
She dabbled in witchcraft and it worked, allegedly. Yeah, we remember that. You were trying to... What was she trying to do to me? I don't remember. There's actually, if you go on my channel or if you search my name, actually, there's a live I did called I've Been Hexed. And that I remember... I don't remember exactly what it was that she wished on me. But yeah, fucking weird shit, dude.
She goes, did it work? I said, yes. She goes, did it spook the hell out of you? And I said, stay away from that. Actually, you want to know something? When we had the 2 women from Ghana, the 2 nurses, we were talking about witchcraft. They were talking about voodoo. And we started talking.
So she's saying that it worked. Now, there was I don't know, she has changed her story several times on this, so it's hard to say, but she, at one point in time, said that she had wished for her ex-boyfriend to die, and he ended up, taking his own life, and she thinks that is her doing. She thinks she's responsible for that because she thought it. Oh, she wanted me dead. Yeah. I probably will die someday. I mean, I definitely will because we all do. But yeah, it didn't work.
And they said, what the hell do you know?
Didn't she want me to crash my car at some point too or some shit?
All about this such and such and such and such and such and such. And the one girl, Blanche, said, oh, she knows about blank or blank. She goes, you study witchcraft. And I said, no. I said, I have a friend that is a white witch. She said, oh, was she evil?
What did it say?
And I go, blank.
Sorry, I didn't see what it said on the screen.
She goes, oh, she goes, you.
Girl, you cannot worship the universe and God also. What you're playing with is fire.
So he witchcraft. And I said, no. I said, I have a friend that is a white witch. She said, oh, was she evil? I said, she can't
Why does this woman from, what'd she say, Guyana? Why does she have like a Russian accent?
be. I said, she asked me if I ever took a part in anything evil. And I said, what do you consider evil? She goes, did you wish death on anyone? I said, no.
That's a lie, because, right. That is a lie. You have a list you gave to Tina of all the YouTube creators you wish death on. And she said that she wished that her ex-boyfriend would die. Excuse me, sir. Get out of here. Oh my God, I'm going to kill you today. You know that? Thank you for ripping the foam out of my couch. Oh my God.
I wish for, what I usually do is, it's not death or anything like that. Nothing like, but a certain hardship. I won't say anything more. And it works. In fact, I have a candle right fucking there with somebody's name on it. And something's actually going down with this person. Big time! And I'm like...
She's so narcissistic that she actually thinks this shit fucking works, dude. Like, fucking some stupid candle. Oh my God, dude. Like, that's how fucking narcissistic she is.
I had no idea. Now, what's funny is I forgot about this one candle. But I called their name inside of it. And
you are fucking weird, dude. You took, for somebody who's like, oh, I don't care about haters. I need my haters. My haters are my motivators. Oh, they all want to go down on me. I'm so good. They don't bother me. I need my haters to survive. Bitch, you're sitting around carving people's names into fucking candles. You have fucking time to do that shit? That sounds like you're fucking bothered. You know, the whole fact that you're putting hexes on people sounds like you're pretty fucking bothered by, some wordsies on YouTube. Aw, your feelings hurt.
I put it away. And I never finished it. And all of a sudden, I found out something was happening with this person. And
sure, Jan.
It's pretty bad. And
so, this is this weird thing that she does to try to get people to stop talking about her. Just one of the many fucking stupid tactics that she has tried over the years. She would, one of the things that she does is she'll pretend that one of your friends is giving her information about you. I heard this and that. Oh my God. So it's she wants you to go crazy and stop talking about her because, and telling your friends things because, it's supposed to make you paranoid, basically, that your friends are fucking outing you, which it's all bullshit. The other thing that she'll try doing is, she'll try to use the reverse technology, the reverse psychology on you. And she'll be like, oh, the more they talk about me, it just puts more money in my pockets. Oh, it just makes me richer. So it's so if you don't like her, the whole thought behind that is well, oh shit, I don't want to help her make more money. I better stop talking about her because, me talking about her is somehow making her more money, that's the kind of fucking weird shit she, tries doing to get people to stop talking about her. So this is just another one of those tactics where she's like, oh, I know somebody and and it actually worked. My spell worked. It's all right, girl. Sure. We believe you. We really do.
Honestly, I think that this person just did it to themselves. I mean, with all of that stuff, with the universe, some people always say, I don't believe in all that stuff. The witchcraft and stuff, or voodoo and stuff like that.
Meanwhile, the only person who's really gotten the fucking karma fucking train, got hit by the fucking karma train hard is her. You know what I'm saying? She lost her channel. She's lost a lot. She's lost a lot. Not weight though.
Yeah, it's very minuscule.
Hair. She's lost hair, channel,
Most people that do evil things already have that mark on them. Now you sound mental? Yeah?
What does that say? Hold on. Sorry. Now she's an expert in dabbling in the darkness. You reap what you sow. Yeah. Get out of here.
Now you sound mental? Yeah? Wait till you want me to show you that fucking candle? You're gonna flip out. It's been in there for a while. You're gonna be like, shut the fuck up, Justin. You're gonna be like, shut the fuck up. I'll text you. You're gonna say, watch, he's gonna write in the chat, shut the fuck up, no way. Stuff is scary, yeah.
That's fucking great. I don't know if you guys can see it. That there seems to be no sign of intelligent like funny.
Sometimes I have to be careful of things that I just even say. Like I don't even like get mad at. I can't get mad at a friend. I can't get mad at like. I can't get mad at a family member, a friend. I just can't.
I just have one question: who's shitting their pants right now? Who's got doo doo in their fucking undies right now? Because I mean, I certainly do. So I'm just making sure you guys are all right. So fucking stupid. I'm gonna sit here and pucker my lips up, and it's gonna make me more credible when I do that, and my witchcraft is gonna seem more realistic.
You don't want to see it? No, you got to see what it's done. You're like, fuck. No, it works.
The worst kind, oblivious that she has an issue. Sorry, it's hard to see because there's a line going through. Has an issue, compulsive liar, addiction, and on it.
Just remember, like, if you practice the witchcraft, I don't practice it. I've been led where they tell me what to do, how to do it, at what time. Don't do it. I've done it twice. Remember, and this is with different cultures. Different cultures. Because I've spoken to many. With the two African nurses, they said the same thing, that in their culture, if the person is that bad, then what you do...
If the person's not what? Wait, what did she say?
If the person is that bad...
Oh, the person's that bad. Okay, sorry. It's kind of hard to hear with the music, though.
Then what you do will not come back to you. It will not come back to you. Because it takes over. And I say, yep, it goes right over the witch's head. It goes over the witch's head. The universe takes over and grabs it. And it kind of pushes the witch out of the way. Freaky.
So we're all supposed to be so scared now that she's casting spells on all of us. Oh my God. Let me pucker my lips up again.
Well, just, hey, don't fuck with people and people won't fuck with you.
I swear in one of the clips that was on Tragic T's channel this morning, she was playing fucking like river dance or some shit, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck this woman listens to. I'm no offense if you like the music that she listens to, but it's a no for me, dog. Like, it's just no thanks. Like, she has the worst fucking taste in music. I'd rather listen to record scratching, nails on a chalkboard than listen to her music.
Well, I don't go around fucking with people's lives. And I'm on this, you can't make it deal with evil.
You don't go around fucking with people's lives, really. So, Dre McCrae, you just, you had a reason for that, all that, or no? Oh, I didn't think so.
You know what? Lots of people make deals with evil. I already made my peace with fucking God. Why is Satan always after me?
You made your peace with God, so are you dead? Because that's usually what people mean when they say they made peace with God.
Can you answer that? Will you answer that?
Why is she so angry? Because somebody's saying this is old bullshit?
They say, leave it in God's hands. What if I've left it in God's hands and nothing's happening? What if, guess what? You know what? You can't break a big spirit like mine. And I get that. That might be a little too much for you to understand. That's why my spirit will never be broken. But to leave it in God's hands.
We're looking at a broken spirit right now because, like, normal people, honestly, normal people, they don't get fucking that bothered by people like this. Strangers that they don't even fucking know. That wouldn't even bother them this much, to the point where they're like so desperate that they got to start doing spells on people and witchcraft. Like, are you fucking kidding?
To make it deal with evil, it's two different things. Sometimes the universe needs a nice little push. How about you think of it in not such a negative way, right? You're thinking of it as in a very negative way. I'm not. I'm thinking of it in a very positive way.
So she's getting angry at somebody in her chat right now. Now, I don't know who this person is, if it's a subscriber or just some rando that popped up in her chat, but she's getting angry with this person because, you know, most people who are, especially Christians, like, you know, if you're like hardcore into your religion and you're, you know, practice your religion, you're very, very against this kind of shit. You know, you think it's very dangerous and you're just not down with it. And so she's getting angry with somebody who's basically saying like, they're not cool with this shit. Like, it's not good. It's not a good idea to fuck around and dabble in that shit. And she's like getting angry with them. Sick.
I'm saying, is what's happening with me, am I the culprit? Because in the past, it's been proven that I am not the culprit. And I have been protected, right? Because I'm constantly...
What? How do you know anyone talks about you? I thought you don't watch, or I told your Patreon to stop you.
Blessed, right? If I'm getting blessed over and over, that's a shield of protection. And I really hope that what I'm about to read in your response is a good response.
People in chat were against the witchcraft and voodoo, so she got mad. Yeah, she's like a big giant fucking baby. Just put a fucking bib and a pacifier in her fucking mouth right now. No, you guys don't like my witchcraft.
That's a good response. Holy shit, speak of the devil. Listen, you're not wanted here, nor were you wanted when your mother had you.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. So somebody disagrees with her and this is what it turns into. But no, she's like so not bothered by, you know, her haters.
Speak of the devil, like literally. I don't fuck with other people.
Your nose.
I don't fuck with their lives. Now you're testing me. You're testing my fucking patience.
Wow, dude. This is some fucking... She's losing it. That is for fucking sure. Wow, dude. Just fucking wow. Just fucking wow. For someone who's sure of what she's doing, she's sure pressed. Yeah, right? Why are you getting so angry? Why are you so mad? Oh my God. Dude, that sucks, you know, for her. I mean, fuck. That is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen, I think. Grown ass fucking woman. How about like get the fuck offline? You know what I'm saying? If you can't handle, I mean, wow. You're too deep, girl. You know? You're way too deep. If you're fucking stop. If you're casting spells on people, you're that desperate. You're in too deep, and it's like you who's got to make the change, girlfriend. You know? Like, I would start, the day I start casting spells on people and carving names into candles and shit is the day that I hope my husband would have me committed into a fucking mental institution. Like, you know, I need to, at that point, I would think I need to reevaluate my fucking entire existence. I mean, that is some weird shit. Some fucking weird shit. Go get some fucking fresh air, bitch. All right, let's take a look at these new things that I added to the website on a lighter note here. That is some fucking weird shit. I don't know if you guys saw all the new things, but I did add a couple of new things. Let me take this comment off of here. Yeah, she needs to get a fucking life, dude. She's gonna start eating paper. Oh my goodness. So I added these today, which I like them. They're actually way bigger. It's kind of hard to show in the picture, but they're a lot bigger than they look in the picture. So it's kind of hard to showcase that. I guess I could have put them next to like something that was kind of, you know, like a size comparison thing. But when I saw these in the picture and I ordered the mold for them, I thought they were a lot like smaller than they were. And I was actually really surprised how big they were. They're like 3 inches at the bottom, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. So they're really cute, but they were too plain looking for me. So I added these kind of boho looking bead things to them just to give them a little, a little more character. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it's like cute. So, I mean, I might put another option up here eventually, but I just added these for now. And then, how come it won't let me go to the other pictures? That's kind of weird. Oh, all right. I see. Why is it scrolling there and not scrolling the rest? Okay. For some reason, this won't let me do. Oh, I see. I don't even know how my own website works. So yeah, these are kind of big, the pictures, but you guys got the point. So I added that today. So those are brand new. And then, hold on a second. These I added the other day, and I'm actually I ordered a few more molds of these. These are really cute too, and they're a lot probably bigger than they look in the picture. It's kind of hard to, that's why I put the size down there just so you could see, but these are 3, tea lights each set. I gotta look at my orders, but I think I ordered one that holds 2 maybe. But I ordered, so I could do different colors. So if you want that like terracotta color, I could do it in like a gray, a beige, a charcoal. I ordered a few more just so I could just do a few more colors, just plain, kind of. And then what else did I add recently? These little trees. I see a lot of people just selling these straight trees, which I'm going to add that to this. I like these personally for like putting candles on them, just so, I don't know. I feel like it's good to like protect your table or your countertop if, if you put like a, if you put a tray or something under it, just so nothing gets burnt with any type of candle. So I added the little bird to the tray just to give it some character. But I'm gonna put on plain ones and different colors too, just and without the birds. So I just gave a little example of how you could use it. I actually made those earrings when I was on a live one day with you guys. I made the resin earrings. I bought this mold. I was trying to do something else, but I had leftover resin, so I used it in there. So and there it is with one of my candles that I'll be selling on here soon. That's actually one of the ones I do plan on adding soon. So we got those. And then let's see what else we got. I added this little bubble tray just for now, just the tray. I was gonna make this a set of some type. I think when I add the candles to the website, that's another one of my candles that I made back there burning. I think when I add the candles to the website, I might make this like a set with the bubble tray. And I threw the jewelry in there just to kind of give you guys a little size comparison. And by the way, just random fact, if you ever see this ring in my pictures, I like using it. It's my mom's wedding band. So I think it looks pretty for pictures. Oh, I didn't realize how blurry this one was. Huh. I like that. It's weird. But yeah, so I think that's the only things I added for now. I had a couple more things that I was going to add, Coming up, let me just make sure that's all the new products I think that I added. I got tons of more shit that I'm adding, but slowly but surely I'm getting it all added on here. So once I do the candles, I'll put that in. I knew there was something else on giant leaf candle size make. You could do it in color, but you guys know what regular cement looks like, I'm pretty sure. I honestly, I kind of like it in the regular cement color. So it's really pretty though. I don't know. I like it. Everything that I pick is, something that I feel like I would personally want on display. And then I thought I added, okay, so you see these big things? These things are huge. Not huge, but they're pretty big. So I will be adding this too in a 3-wick candle. And oh my God, they're so nice. And they burn for a really good amount of time. But I just don't know what to do. You know what's holding me up a little bit is like the scents. Like, I don't know if I should just make the scent, or it's just so hard because like there's so many different scents and I just don't know what people like, and that's what's kind of holding me up. So, but yeah, those are the new things. Pixie, I'm thinking of doing a tray that sorry, pressed the wrong back button. I back buttoned myself instead of the thing. But I do have a couple more things that I'm working on. Unfortunately, one of the things that I was going to add, because I want to do, I'm adding some type of like memorial things. So I just ordered a couple of things for people, like, because I feel like, I don't know if other people do this, but in my family, like when somebody passes away, we always light a candle. And I actually have, I wish I could make a mold of this thing because it's really pretty. It's like a cross candle, and one of my aunts or uncles bought it for my family. Everybody in the family has one, like all my mom's siblings have one. So we all had this kind of growing up in our house. It's just like a cross with a crucifix, and then it has the candle on top. It's made of glass. It's really nice. But I wish I could make a mold of it. Sorry, I kicked myself off of here. But I was working on some type of like memorial type, not necessarily a candle, but like maybe like a little set or something for people, because that's important to me. We light candles, like if it's like the anniversary of my mom's death, her birthday. In fact, I couldn't light mine for a while because somehow the top, I don't know, the candle thing I have, it comes apart and the top like fell. Somebody broke it and didn't tell me. I don't know if it was my husband or my son. And so I lost the part that actually holds the candle. So my husband found one on eBay and he ordered me, like a new one. So now I could light my candle again. So I do usually do it like on the day my mom passed, or her birthday, or Mother's Day, or whatever, Christmas, any day that really has something to do with her. So I ordered a couple of items like that I want to customize a little bit more for people, which was part of why I needed my Cricut. So I'll be adding those soon too. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to pop on here real quick. I had no intentions of actually going live today, but I thought, shit, fucking tell you guys about the Cricut. No nasty, dirty looking baby shower wax. No, and Laura will say I'm copying her, but I actually got the idea from when Purple Rain's mom passed away. I made her like I actually ordered, it had a cross on it and it had a little thing that you could burn a candle in. But when I got the mold and they made it, it doesn't fit a regular tea light in it. And like, oh, I was so mad because it was really cute, Hey, oh my God, Ovi, I'm going to kill you today. He just knocked my whole macrame fucking roll of fucking string down. So I was like thinking of doing something like that. Oh, and the other thing I was gonna add soon too is I'm waiting for the tray to come in. I ordered a little bit of a bigger tray. That's on my wall. So basically I just have it it's hanging here just for because I don't have anywhere else to hang it right now. Hold on. Why is my camera not going on? Oh my God. Hold on. What the fuck is going on with this thing? Maybe I'll log. Oh, all right. You see right there? So I have smaller trays. So I want to do like a macrame. It's pretty cool. I just wanted to try it in gray strings, so it's kind of hard to see against gray walls. And don't ask me what the fuck that is. I have no idea. But a tray, you know, you don't have to put this on it. You can put anything on it. But I'll probably be adding these soon. I ordered just like a little bit bigger of a tray. This one I tried drilling in. At first I thought I wanted to make some type of hanging tray because I think this is cool. You can put whatever pot you want on it. So I ordered just a bigger size tray because this one's kind of small. So, but yeah, so something like that. Not necessarily in this color. I don't know if I like the gray. I have one out there. If you guys see it in the white, but could do both. You know? Why is my camera not turning off now? My hair's a mess too today. Hello? All right. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So I'll be adding those at some point. I'm just waiting for the tray part to come in because yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna log in on my phone. My laptop's about to die and I'm not gonna be on here all that much longer. But yeah, it's very good for plants, hanging plants. That's why I could do pot holders too, you know. Macrame. Hold on. Oh wait, wrong one. Okay. Ugh, that sounds awful. I don't know. I try to like keep up. You know what it is? I go into like stores and I try to keep up with like, okay, you know, what are people buying in their houses now? What are people putting in their houses? How come the other one of me is still up there? That's weird. Hold on a second. Hold on. Remove. Okay. Now it's just me. You know, I try to keep up. I see a lot of macrame and I see a lot of kind of like boho looking things, like those beads, the wooden beads. I don't know. Just seeing that around. Oh, and I also got a little owl, but I think I'm going to turn him into a candle. Somebody else had one of these and I just thought it was cute for like a little candle. So if you're into that kind of thing. Perfect for plants, yes. Mom had some of those long ago. I know, and it's like so weird how everything comes back in. I was actually working on this too, but I kind of messed it up. I was kind of just freestyling, like a wall hanging kind of thing. But how come I can't control this camera? Like if I'm moving it and it's not, that's so weird. Well, anyway, you get the idea. But I think I cut this string long enough, so I was running out of like strings, so I was just kind of practicing making shapes and freestyling, so I'll figure it out. Come on, stupid. I do a lot of like I guess you could call it product development, right? Like last year, this was one of my experiments that I did that I actually have hanging up outside. I was trying to make a tray myself, right, without a mold, which I kind of did, but it didn't work out. It looks more like a plate, like a regular plate. It didn't work out all that great. And then I had made these letters just to try the mold out. So I ended up like gluing them on there. Like, I don't know if somebody would necessarily want this in their house, but you know, that's what I do. Hold on. And then I have, my hair is such a mess right now. I have, I forgot to put these. I got to put these on the website too. They're kind of like, it's actually supposed to be a tray, but I put a piece of wire in it when it was setting. And I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks hanging up. So yeah. So like I try to like, I get things I try to put my own character on them or like figure out other uses for them, you know. I know the macrame thing was huge when I was a kid. And it's so weird because you go in the stores now and there's fucking macrame everywhere. And I was like, I weaved, like I've always been into jewelry making since I was a kid. My mom bought me, I still have it actually somewhere, like a bead making book, like just how to weave beads, little seed beads. And I started that. And then I loved it. I mean, I made jewelry since I was like, shit, I must have been in like 6th grade. I loved making jewelry. So I figured macrame can't be that much different. If you could weave with beads, you know, and like make bracelets, like what were those bracelets that were in style years ago? I can't remember the name of them, but it's basically the same technique. You're doing the same kind of knots as macrame. So I was like, oh, I could do that. No problem. And to be honest with you, God, it's so relaxing. You wouldn't think so, but tying a bunch of knots in freaking string. I like weird shit like that, though. I'm like, I like, sometimes I feel like just tedious, repetitive shit is like what you need to relax. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, like making bracelets or whatever. The one thing I'm struggling with so hard is resin. That is like, hats off to people who fucking do resin and do it well, because that I'm really fucking struggling with. Like other things come easy to me, and that is just not one of the fucking crafty things that I could do that's coming easy, because I do want to start selling some resin stuff, but I'm not like, even after like a year of messing around with it, I'm not like comfortable with my skills yet. I haven't, you know why? Because I probably haven't messed around with it all that much. Not like I have with me cement stuff. Like that's totally different. So easy, so much easier. Uh, the resin is just so hard with the bubbles and shit. And I showed you guys when I had that horrible fucking crazy thing happen the last time I tried doing a resin tray, because I want to start selling those resin trays. I love them. Yeah, the plastered lanyard. You remember that? Oh my God, dude, that was like my jam right there. I used to love lanyard. In fact, I saw some in the store recently and I was so tempted to buy it. I was like, ooh, the box stitch, the barrel stitch, the snake. Remember, you can make like the little snake. It's all basically the same. Well, all right, the box stitch and the barrel stitch isn't the same, but if you did all the other stitches, like the snake one, whatever, macrame is kind of like the same thing. There used to be this place over here. It's called Frank's Garden Nursery. And this is when I was a kid. My mom used to bring me, and it was a really cool place. It had half of it sold flowers and plants and shit. And then the inside, they had all crafts. Everything was like crafts. And that's like where we used to go to get all of our craft shit. My mom used to buy just rolls of that lanyard shit. They still sell it, actually. You know, I saw it recently. Was it a Hobby Lobby? Hobby Lobby has a better selection. Just, I don't know, Hobby Lobby, to me, they just have a better selection for certain things than Michael's. Or like Michael's, they have shit for macrame. They have like 2 different types of cord. They both suck. And beads, they don't really have that many beads. So Hobby Lobby, definitely, like if you're into macrame or leather, which is another thing that I keep looking at, and I want to get into leather crafting. It looks fun. I don't know. They like carve shit into the leather. It just looks like fun. But anyway, but it looks expensive too. All the tools are really expensive. I don't really need any sand candles. Yes. Remember the sand? My mom would never let me do those fucking things. Remember when you used to go to like craft fairs and shit and they had like the sand, the layered sand, like you would make like, you know, you'd pour like some pink sand and some green, you know. I always wanted to make one of those things, and my mom would never fucking let me do it for some reason. She used to be like, it's so expensive. She always used to complain. I never got to make one of those. I always wanted to make one. Girl, resin's like hard. It's so hard. I watch tons and tons and tons of resin videos too, and I just cannot fucking get, like, I have yet to make a piece that has come out that I've been like, wow, you know, like I did it. I think the closest I came was I made that thing for Purple Rain, and I made myself, I'll show you guys. I actually put one of my resin pieces on my grandmother's grave the other day because it had some of my mom's ashes in it. I made this, actually, and this is just jewelry. I'm talking about like trays and shit. Like every time I do a tray or something, I fuck something up. And it's hard. Brandy, I don't know if it was the same. I don't know if it was that Frank's Nursery. I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but because it's so small. Sorry. So this is my mom's ashes. Hold on. Let me go outside. It'll probably get better lighting out there. Don't mind my messy hair. So this has my mom's ashes in it. It's kind of hard to see with my fucking long nail. Hold on. If you look at the middle where it looks like it has sand in it, that's my mom's ashes, which I think is pretty cool. So this one didn't come out too bad. I like that one. And then I did this one. And this one actually didn't come out bad either, but it's not great, you know. It's that's also my mom's ashes. In the, you see? Kind of hard to see. But and then I wire wrapped a little bell thing at the top, but this is with UV resin, which I find a lot I have more patience for. Because you don't have to wait, you know, it cures it, but it's also really hard to work with and tricky to work with because it just is. There's a lot of things that could go wrong with the UV resin. I've been watching a lot of these videos from like women from like Asia, somewhere in Asia. I don't know if they're Japanese. I think some of them are Japanese. There's actually a way that you could tell the writing, the difference. Like Japanese has a lot of brush strokes that are curved. Like Chinese, if it's all boxy looking, then most likely it's Chinese. If it has a lot of curves in the letters, like swooshy curves, then it's Japanese. And if it has a lot of circles, I think it's Korean. So I think it's Japanese people I've been watching, and they make the fucking craziest shit with UV resin. Like you wouldn't believe what they do. They'll take like this one girl is watching. She takes a little mold, and it's a cat paw print, and she uses only the little pad, right? The picture cat's foot, right? The pad part, it's like a little round circle, oval kind of shape. So she uses that and she makes a bunch of little ovals. And then she like somehow, like, I'm like, how did your brain even think to do this, right? She takes the ovals and she fucking resins them all together and it turns into a little balloon animal dog. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I would never think to use that mold and like just use that part of the mold and then make a fucking balloon animal out of it. Not that anybody's going to wear balloon animal charms, but just the whole creativity behind it. But yeah, when I do like regular resin, I'm fucking horrible at it. Like, I don't know. I just fuck it up. Maybe it's the type of resin that I'm using. That could also play a part. Like, oh shit. I made this fucking thing. Fuck this thing because it always gets a bubble. If you look at the corner up at the top, I don't know if it's that hard. So it's like a little tray plate. I made this. This didn't come out terrible because I had leftover thing. This was for a friend. I was gonna just give it to her. It's like a little keychain, but it's fucking hard, dude. The resin's hard. Where's my tray? My other tray. I got the Geo tray. Yeah, this is the one that got terribly fucked up. Oh shit. Sorry. Dropping things. This is the one where my resin got all hard. It actually didn't come out horrible, but it's not great either. It looks, yeah, it's fucked up. Well, first of all, I don't know what the fuck I did on the back here. I was trying to add gold and it came out crazy looking. So I actually like this side better. It's kind of cool. I put like glass pieces in there. So it's like super sparkly looking. But I didn't put the handles on it, clearly. But like, I don't know. If you look at some of the shit that other people do, it comes out better. Mine's not good. And it shouldn't be that hard. And I put the little handles to put on it, but maybe I'll put the handles on this one. I don't know. I have to see. I'm looking for glass chimes like we had when I was a kid. They sound so pretty. Those do sound pretty. I know what you're talking about, Zizi. They have to have those somewhere, right? Online. You know what sounds the best if you're looking for wind chimes? It's just for me personally, because I'm not a big fan. I have what's that called? Misophonia, whatever it's called, where you like sounds irritate you. So like a loud wind chime like metal would drive me fucking crazy. But when I went to Jamaica, my mom bought a bamboo wind chime, and that is like the most tolerable type of wind chime you could buy, because it makes a very soft, sound. It's not like too loud or sharp sounding. I don't know how to explain wind chime sounds. Find your creative in you, everyone. Yeah. Look, anybody could do anything, right? You just have to take the time and patience to sit there doing it. Just like with the candles. I will say I was wrong, because I was like, oh, Laura's just pouring wax into vessels. Like, how hard is it? And you know what? At the end of the day, it is pretty fucking hard, because it's not necessarily hard to pour the wax, right? That's easy. And to put a wick in the jar, that's easy. What's hard is finding out the proper combination of wax, right? The type of wax, the right wick, the right size container, and then the right oil, fragrance oil, and getting it to all work together cohesively. You want the wick to burn right. You don't want it to burn too fast or too slow, because if it's not burning enough, you're going to tunnel into the candle, and you're going to, it's not going to burn properly. And then you don't want too much, because it's going to burn too fast and too hot and can be dangerous. So it's like finding that combination of, all three or four components that go together that work. Like for me, it's even harder, because I have to make the vessels, right? Cure the vessels. Then I have to coat the inside, because you have to put the wax in it. Otherwise the oil will just seep into the cement, because it's kind of porous. And then, then I have to figure it out from there. So, I mean, it's good in a sense, because I'm not wasting money buying vessels, because, a lot of people buy vessels and then just end up having to throw them out. I could just, okay, that one didn't work, I'll just make another one, but it's a long process. That's another thing that's kind of holding me up from putting the candles on there, because I kind of have to I kind of have to pre-make the candles. Otherwise, people will be waiting forever for them. So some of them I have to pre-make, and just pre-make with a scent, and hope that people like that scent. That's why I'm like trying to figure it out, because it's a long process. That's what most people that make cement vessels and candles, that's what they do. Like they pre-make them, and then sell the candles once they're made. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's because different frequencies affect different humans differently. What do you mean? Oh yeah, girl. It's smoggy here because of the smoke. It smells like a forest fire when you walk outside. Make something for everyone to have with them. Yes. So, I gotta figure it out. I have all these plans in my head for things that I want to add to the website, like to just keep expanding and expanding it into different things, not just, because there's a lot of things that I do that I make that I can sell. So I'll keep expanding. I couldn't work with hot wax all day. It really is a pain in the ass, girl. Like, you know what it is? You heat the wax up. That's the other thing. You have to make sure you heat the wax up the right temperature, and then pour it at the right temperature. Because if you pour it too cold, you could have problems. If you pour it too hot, you could have problems. So like, it's a lot of, it's almost like you're cooking, and that stresses me the fuck out. Cooking food stresses me out. So it's kind of like that, because you have to be, everything has to be timed properly while you're making the candles, So it is kind of a pain in the ass. Once you get it down, then it's not that bad. Like I have a couple of them that I feel comfortable with, selling now. Then it's like, okay, I know what the drill is here. I just got to put this combination together, and that's how it works. You have to write everything down, and test the shit out of it. It's a lot of waste too. You're wasting so much product. I mean, it's not really going to waste, because I'm burning candles in my house and they smell nice, but there's been a few that I've burned, and I just had to like, fucking, what am I going to do with this? Like, it didn't burn right. So my only choice is to scoop all the wax out, and I save the wax and put it in my wax melter. So it's not going to total waste. I'm not throwing it in the garbage, you know? Hey, Anne. But yeah, the candle making part isn't all that much fun. It's cool, but it's like not my favorite thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other things I'd rather do the vessels. I like doing that. I enjoy doing it every time. So I don't know. We'll see. Hold on. I have another start thing. I just want to make sure. Okay. No more super chats. Was it hard making your website? Yeah, Susan. I mean, it wasn't like terribly hard. If you're thinking of making one and you need help, just contact me and I'll help you out. It was definitely a little tricky because I don't do web design. In fact, I was just talking about this with my friend yesterday, you know, because I was just looking at graphic design jobs online and I was like, you know, what's the like I've been out of the trade for 10 years now, you know, I haven't really been working. So like things have changed, you know, just like with any industry that you're in, things are going to change. So to make like the really good money in graphic design, you either have to be an art director, which I think I could do in certain situations. It depends on what, you know, it depends on what, because I've only really ever worked in like the print end of graphic design. I've never really done the web design thing. And like, I was thinking in my head, shit, you know, if I really wanted to make this money in this field, I would really have to go back to school and do some web design classes because I just don't know how to do web design. It's too much programming, which is why I always avoided it. You know, you learn a little bit in college, but like, if you're not doing it in the field, you're not learning it, you know? So I just kind of like always steered away from any jobs that required any knowledge of like web design. And I always went for jobs that were more print, you know, related. So, um, so yeah, it was a little like foreign to me, but if you go, I use Shopify, and if you go on their website, like they have pre-made templates already. And it's once you sit there and you navigate through everything and you figure out what's what, it's easy. Like now it's easy, you know, because all I have to do, I actually do it on my phone. You know, I take the pictures with my camera and then I upload them on my laptop, and I have to change the size because, you know, my camera takes like huge pictures. Like the size is, I don't know, like 9,000 pixels wide. It's too wide, you know, so I have to just save them in a format for the web. And then, you know, I list everything from my phone pretty much now. Once I got the basic site laid out and all the graphics, and it was easy. I mean, once I was like able to figure it out, because it's like really overwhelming when you first go into it. But, you know, once you like figure it out, it's easy. Because it's not really, you're not technically designing the website. I used a template. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a template that's already there. So everything's all laid out. I don't have to, you know, the menus are there, like all that shit's there. So like when I started adding the candles, I have to add a different section. I'm going to add a whole different section to the website for just candles. And that's where I don't know how I'm going to do that. I have to figure that out. Thank you, B, for the succulent candle. I'm definitely gonna do those. I just the one I did, the one the one the ones I made with soy wax, and I don't like soy wax. Like I just don't. It doesn't give off a good enough smell when you light it. So I definitely want to do something like that though, for sure. Our friend Larry, RIP, used to help us with our computers and knew how to do all that. He went to school for it. You know who used to actually do everything? Anytime I needed any help with anything computer related, was call up the phone, and my brother. He, like, I had computers. I mean, I'm pretty savvy with the computer because I've had a computer literally my whole life. Like my dad bought an IBM PC Junior. It was one of the first like desktop computers for households, you know, that they sold. That was like affordable for people. And we had those. We had the Commodore 64. We just grew up around computers. And my brother is a total computer nerd. He like fucking, I mean, he even went back to school to become a programmer. So like he used to, if I ever had problems, the first person I called was my brother. He always helped me. You know, my best friend actually does, she's a network technician, but she's not as helpful as my brother. And it's funny because he never went to school or anything for any of that shit until later in life. He went for programming. But I haven't even talked to him. That was like, I think he graduated the year before, the year we stopped talking, him and I, he graduated. So I was thinking of it last night, dude. It's been fucking almost an entire decade since I spoke to my brother. An entire decade. I mean, not last night. I was thinking of it this morning because I was watching, I don't know, this video popped up in my feed. The channel's called Real Life Stories or something like that, or Real Women Stories, something. And it was about this guy whose girlfriend was like really, or wife, she became his wife, was like really severely abusing him to the point where like when she finally got caught, he was like, the doctors told him he was like 10 days away from death. Like she was pouring boiling hot water on him in his sleep and shit, like really fucked up shit. But it was crazy because in the video they're talking about, his family is doing commentary in the video, and they're talking about how she isolated, him from them. And, they moved, and she would message, people would try to get in touch with him. She made him change his phone number. And then when, family and friends would try to get in touch with them, she would send nasty messages back to them and be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And they knew it wasn't him. They knew it was her sending them. And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh man, like, even though that's an extreme case, obviously, it's similar to my situation where it's like, I tried getting in touch with my brother. I tried talking to him. My mom tried talking to him, and like everybody would get shot down. Friends were trying to talk to him. Even in the video, they were saying she erased his social media pages. He went off social media. Same thing with my brother. He totally went off the grid. No social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter. Like he used to be on all that shit, and it's just crazy, the similarities. So I was like thinking of it this morning. I'm like, dude, it's been fucking 10 years. Cause the initial fight that I had with him was in 2013. Like that was where, like, when it really started. So, I mean, there was times where I tried talking to him again after that, but like we haven't had a normal relationship since 2013, which is just fucking crazy because I would just never think 10 years would have went by without me talking to my brother. But here I am. Yes, Pugs, I just played that about 15 minutes ago, 10-15 minutes ago. I watched that video on YouTube. I don't know how the guy stayed so long. You know what it is? People always say that, like, in abusive relationships, and like I was in one when I was younger, right, with a guy who was very controlling, very jealous, had some fucking, like, dude, weird issues, man. Like he didn't like the clothes that I wore. It was everything. It was just fucking everything. He would like interrogate me like hours. It was just crazy. And it's like, you make these fucking excuses up in your head, for these people. Like a lot of it is guilt. That's why they say it's a fog, fear, obligation, and guilt, right? That's why people stay. And it's really true, because like you're afraid to leave them in a lot of cases, not just necessarily like because something's going to happen to you or they might harm you in some way. There's all sorts of fears. There's a fear that they might harm themselves. That's a fear that you could have. There's a fear that they might harm somebody else, not even you, maybe your family members, maybe your friends, your kids, if you have kids, right? And then it's like the obligation part, where it's like you got into this relationship now. There was a time where you developed a care for the person, and now you have this sense of obligation to take care of them, So, and then obviously if you're married to the person, you have a lot more obligations, whether it's kids, house payments, jobs, you're dependent on them for money, whatever it is. And then the guilt part obviously is kind of self-explanatory. I mean, the guilt of leaving, the guilt that they'll put you through. But it's like you also rationalize in your head that like that person, because these types of people are typically abusers, in the beginning of the relationship, things are like so good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on such a fucking high that it's like you're almost like a drug addict. Like you're chasing that high. You're like, I know that person's in there somewhere. The person I first met, I know they're in there somewhere. Like, but you just can't, you know, you keep like telling yourself like, well, maybe if this happens and this changes, then that person will come back. But the reality is the person that you met in the beginning, that's not who they really are. The person they become when the mask falls off, that's the person that they actually are, you know, that's the real person, you know, but in your head while you're in it, especially if you're uneducated about it, like I was at the time, because, you know, I didn't read about abusive relationships until after. So I didn't know. I had no idea. Like I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was, you know? And it took me until I got out of it and actually like educated myself about it years and years later to even realize like, oh, okay, that's what this was, you know? So like while you're going through it, you know, it's hard to recognize. But I know a lot of people will be like, well, why do they stay with this person? And there's just, you know, most of it's fear. I would say fear is probably the biggest reason, you know, that just fear of either them hurting you, them hurting themselves. Because my ex, he would, you know, try to guilt me and be like, oh, well, I'm going to kill myself. You know, like he would do shit like that. So then now I got to have that on my conscience that if I break up with you, you're going to kill yourself. You know, that's what these people do, though. It's all manipulation. So, yeah. But that was a crazy video. I mean, he was really, really abusing her. And at no point did he like retaliate against her either, which is just insane. He took the abuse. And people, you know, there's not a lot of stories out there. You know, men just don't typically talk about it, you know, the abuse. But it's like, look, if you were a man who was raised properly and your parents brought you up, you don't touch a woman, you don't put your hands on a woman. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to fucking start doing that. So, you know, you're a perfect victim for abuse in that situation. Listening but was distracted. Someone here bought the cat's rotisserie chickens. Why are you catching cats? I think this was a fake. They gave an address, which went to a man his yard all day with his little dog and only saw a black cat. His yard is the size of a pool. Huh? I've heard from other people that my brother doesn't really like her, but they're still married, so who knows? That's interesting. Well, yeah, that's also what happens too. Because like once you get trapped in the situation, right, in the relationship, and even if you're, you know, even if you're not like the feelings change, it's like where am I going? You know, where am I going? I have a kid, I have a house, or whatever. You know, we're married. I'd have to go through a divorce. I don't have money to go through a divorce. Like, so you kind of just like suck it up and do what's best, I guess. You know. It's a shitty situation. It really sucks that people like that exist, you know? But anyway, I was just thinking in my head, this is just crazy. Like, cause I'm like, holy shit. Like this sounds like the same shit, you know? It's crazy how people do the same kinds of things like that. My brother's married to a really bad alcoholic. She's a very nice person, but she's very sick. He feels like he has to stay and take care of her. Right. And that goes with the obligation and the guilt, you know, because you're like, oh my God, you know, you made this commitment to somebody. You don't, you know, you want to see it through and you don't want to see anything bad happen to them. And you think you're going to help them. But in most cases, you know, you're not. I mean, alcoholism is a little different, but still not an easy thing to deal with. And you know, that's the same kind of situation. It's like, you know, the real person's there still. It's just that, you know, they're addicted to something. That really sucks. Yeah, it's a tough situation when kids are involved. Someone needs to tell Ballet Babe, aka Tropical Gal, that she is one of the low cows. Dude, why do you keep coming in here talking about her, dude? Like, holy shit. I think you're a fucking low cost. So basically what you're saying is that this is a fake account and we're going to block you. Like you just gave yourself up as a cloned account. So now you just gave me a reason to block your ass out of here. Good Lord. I don't understand why people are so bothered by her. Like, just don't fucking watch her channel, dude. Pretty easy, right? It's that simple. And you know it has to be one of Laura's people that's coming in here fucking talking about her all the time. And it's like, why the fuck do you keep going to her channel though? I don't understand it. Yeah, I blocked it. We're not going to have clone accounts in here. You know, that makes me question, because there was actually, she doesn't typically come into my chats. Like, I never have seen her, maybe a few times over the last couple of years, but she typically doesn't come into my chats. So the other day there was somebody with a name in here, and I'm like, I didn't know if it was actually her. I know one of the mods could probably tell, but yeah, that's definitely not her. I mean, that's, if you're gonna, like, you just defeated the whole purpose of cloning an account. Like, you're supposed to act like that person. You're not supposed to fucking talk shit about the person, and you kind of give yourself up, and we're not dealing with the brightest fucking people here when it comes to Laura's crowd. So I gotta keep telling myself that, or whoever the fuck it is, you know, whoever the fuck it is that's having an issue with her. Like, bring it. She has a channel. So I don't know. Please don't fucking. I asked the other day, if you have an issue with another creator like her, you know, take it up with her and her channel. Why the fuck are you in my chat talking about her? Like, I just don't understand it. I see this Michelle's co-conspirator making the rounds. What is wrong with people? Who's that? Michelle who? The Michelle, whatever the fuck her name is. That lady's still around, dude. I can't with that one. That's another one that I'm just like, no thank you. No thanks. When everybody was like watching that woman, I just couldn't. I'm like, I can't take listening to her voice, her name. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. It's too much. She's clearly stated that she has a fucking, you know, borderline personality disorder. And I know there's other people here that have it, but just like with anything else, you know, there's varying degrees to things, and hers is clearly on another fucking level. I don't think that's the only thing that she's, you know, dealing with mentally, honestly. I mean, if I just have to be honest, there's a lot going on with that woman. And so, you know, to me, that's like the signal to just not give her attention. You know, like, you don't want to feed into the illness, basically, with somebody like that. You know, they thrive on this kind of shit and chaos. They thrive on chaos, and she loves creating chaos in this community. So, you know, I just, no thank you. No thanks. No thanks. Tara F. MGL Best Buddy has left Michelle and everyone loves her. I never even heard of that person. Tara F. See, like, I haven't ventured out into, like, I hear people talking about people and bringing memes up, and I don't even know who half of the people are. I have no idea. Because, like, I don't go into, like, that Jilly chat or any of those people. So I really don't know who's who, you know? I don't even know who some of these people are. I haven't been paying all that great attention. So I don't know who is Tara F? A platform she stood with Michelle during all of her fuck shit. See, I don't even know who that is. I have no idea who that is. None. Anyhow. All right. I think I'm going to end this, though, because I really didn't plan on being live this long. And I got to go figure out what I'm eating for dinner. But it was great catching up with you. What's today? Today's Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday. I was thinking of doing a members live maybe on Friday, if we could do that. Or if not, I'll schedule it ahead of time, you know, because I feel like with those you kind of have to. So I will either post it in Discord, or, well, I'll post it in both places. If not Friday, maybe Monday we'll do one. So I'll see how the week goes here. But yeah, I'm gonna bounce. And again, be careful if you're buying a Cricut. That's all I gotta tell you guys. Just buy with caution. And all right, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.